People ask me, will you protect me, Babuji? I'm going to Leh, or I'm going to Timbuktu, I'm going to Nigeria. I said, depend on it. There is always protection. How do I know? I said, well, if you come back alive, you have been protected. And they used to sometimes get very angry because I'm talking of death. One man here, right in Madras, one day we were going for satsang, and we were walking for satsang from my house to Mr. Veerravan's house, and it's about a mile and a quarter. On the way, he said, I have applied for a job yesterday. I said, why, you are in a good job? He was getting 6,000 rupees at that time, which was like 60,000 rupees today. I said, you are in a good job. He said, no, I have applied for a job which will pay me 4,000. I said, have you got crazy? You are getting 6,000, you want a job at 4,000. He said, no, I am testing Babuji Maharaj. I should not get this job. If he is a real master, I should not get this job. And I said, suppose you get it, what will you? Master is no use. I said, Sirsika, there's a much better test. He said, please tell me. I want to test Master Vansalan. I said, come with me. We'll go to Mambalam station. And you lie down across the tracks. The next train, if it passes, doesn't kill you, Babuji is wonderful. If you are dead, it doesn't matter. You have proved that Babuji is useless. That is the final test. Of course, he was a little annoyed, but he understood the point, and he started praying that he should not get the job. I said, what does it matter? If you get it, refuse it. So you see, this idea of testing the master is there for everybody. How to test the master. So Babuji said, don't see how to test the master. Just hope the master does not test you. Because in today's humanity, maybe there are only 10 or 15 people who are fit to be my disciples. He said, it is a great privilege to be accepted without test. In the old days, you had to do this, you had to do that, you had to stand on your head in Sirsasana and fast for so many days. Then only you are allowed inside the ashram. Today, everybody comes, I take them. I said, but Babuji, should you not also test? Because people don't value because you don't test. Ask them to go for 6 months, do Sirsasana and come back. He said, Sahaj Marg is not like that. This is for everybody. So Babuji said, no test in Sahaj Marg to testing. He said, I can take anything and make it what it ought to be, provided willingness. Always willingness. We were in Denmark and in, I think, Mete's house, first visit. And we had an interview by the local radio, the Danish radio. Lasted 1 hour. See. At one stage, that interviewer asked Babuji, what are you really? He said, I am what I ought to be. He said, aren't we all what we ought to be? He said, no, you are all what you are. What you ought to be is something else. And to help you become that only, I have come to Denmark with my Pasati. So you see what we ought to be, what we are, what we were. It's not a question of sequence from the past to the present to the future. It is a question of, I say, potato as it was, potato boiled and potato eaten. No? It can all coalesce in one instant of time. Or it can take hundreds of years. Or it may not happen at all and the potato will be rotten. So he used to say, that human beings do not realize the opportunity given to them. Lalaji Maharaj was such a great personality. Such personalities may not come even once in 10,000 years. We should grab that opportunity while it comes. But unfortunately, people waste their time and think we will wait till the next one. When will the next one come and where? They don't know. And when the next one comes, are they going to be here? They don't know. If they are here, in what form? Are they going to be human beings or something else? They don't know. But it is human nature, you see, that we waste everything that God has given us and acquire many things that God does not want to give us, which we create for ourselves. And then he said, like money, like unnecessary things we have in our houses. We accumulate what we should not and don't even acquire what we should. And therefore, we go away as we came, and then you have this circle of what you call rebirth. I say possible future because future is always possible to change. When is it possible to change? When you come to the feet of a capable guru. He can completely transform your future. How does he transform? Our future is determined by our past and by our present. If you are adding on to the load of samskaras, as I mentioned just earlier, we become grosser and grosser. Our future we determine. If you are able to clean yourself with the help of a guru, you become a little lighter each time. Your future is a little brighter. If the guru comes and you are able to practice constant remembrance and he removes the past samskaras, your future is there in one go. Therefore, Babuji said, in this very life, you must achieve the goal. Somebody said, why? He said, what do you know about whether there is a future life or not? No, Babuji, all religions speak of past and future lives. He said, yes, they speak, but has anybody experienced? And why do you depend on it? Why can't you do this life what you want to do next life? You see? So I put in my own, or as it were. And I said, suppose you are the manager of a bank. And somebody said, you will be the managing director in your next life. Wouldn't you say, at least make me deputy managing director in this life, I am happier. Why do you want to put off spiritual growth into your next life? Babuji said, excellent idea, I say. Why should you wait for the best for the next year? No, you buy a lottery ticket now, you will get the prize next life. Who knows where we are going to be born? Who can say whether there is going to be a guru of caliber on this planet when we are born? And who can tell whether he and I will come together in the next life for me to benefit from him? Not at all, you see. He said this is foolishness of the highest order. It is like a foolish fellow who cannot pass, I am telling you, matriculation in this life, who says I will graduate in my next life. What you cannot achieve today may be impossible even tomorrow. So here and now, in this life, you have to determine to do it. You see, so there is no question of delaying. When shall I start meditation, master? He said, now. He said, what about tomorrow? Tomorrow may never come. And he used to soften the blow by saying, who knows whether I will be here tomorrow. So that is very important, you see, this question of doing it here and now. And doing what he says to do.